time down by 1. Now, the Bulls came back in this game. It was looking bad. They were down double digits for stretches of this game. They gave up 32 points in the first quarter while only scoring 22 points. They then score 32 points themselves in the second quarter. Zach LaVine's rocking and rolling, 20 points already in the first half, a couple of monster ducks, a couple of big threes. DeMar DeRozan has 12 points in this game, but it's been really quiet from just about everybody else. Pat Bev does have 8 points as well. He's 3 for 4 from the field. Nikola Vucevic is 2 for 6 with only 5 points. And then Patrick Williams, Drummond, and Ayo Dosunmu all with 3 points each off the bench for the Chicago Bulls. Now, some of the things that the Bulls are doing good in this game, half their buckets have been assisted. Always going to like that. 11 assists on 22 made baskets. They have 7 turnovers to the Houston Rockets, 10 turnovers. And right now, we're losing the rebounding game by 2, but we do have 7 offensive rebounds, which is not common for the Chicago Bulls. So they're at least getting that done. There's definitely some things the Bulls need to tighten up. The Houston Rockets has hit 9 3-pointers already in this first half. The Chicago Bulls also hit 8, though. So that's rare for the Chicago Bulls to be shooting that much. They're shooting 44% from 3-point range, 48% from overall field goal range. So we need to see the Bulls tighten up on the defense. They need to defend the 3-point line better. The Houston Rockets also have a bunch of points in the paint. They need to try to tighten that up as well. I told you guys, if you watched the pre-recorded video today, Sengun was going to try to give Vooch some work, and he is making things a little bit difficult. Right now, the Houston Rockets have 24 points in the paint. The Chicago Bulls do have 22 points in the paint themselves. So we just need to tighten some things up. We can still win this game. It's not like one of those games where it's out of hand or anything quite yet, but it can get that way. Keep in mind, this is a young, scrappy team. They're going to come out in the second half. They're going to keep shooting a bunch of threes. They're going to keep that energy up. How the Bulls respond to the energy is going to be huge to telling in which way this game is going to go for the Bulls. So a fun game overall, though. I will say that this has been a fun and entertaining game to watch. A little bit frustrating, of course, if you're a Bulls fan, especially with how they got the lead down to 1, and then they marched the lead back up to double digits again, and now it's back down to 1 here going into the second half. So it's going to be important that the Bulls come out with a better game plan in the second half. They're going to have to come out with that defensive intensity. They're going to have to keep shooting the ball efficiently as well. And if they do those things, the Bulls can definitely be in this game. But, for anyone who thought this game was going to be a blowout, shout out to Tony. It's definitely not going to be that, at least not the way that it looks so far, unless the Bulls just come out in the third quarter and completely kill them. But, yeah, it's not as bad either. So, we'll see what the Bulls do, how they perform in the second half of this game. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and get to the comments, see how you guys feel. G.O. says, P. Will, where are you, man? Well, P. Will did hit a 3, and he has been playing some really good defense out there. Now, the offense isn't coming along, and it's something I have been telling you guys. Do not expect Patrick Williams to always have a big offensive output. He's just not going to. He hasn't taken a lot of shots either. He's 1 for 2, both of those being 3-pointers, and he made 1 of them. But he's been playing some solid defense out there. Not great, not amazing defense, but some definitely solid defense. Big Papa Mufungo says, DeMar DeRozan at it again. Yeah, we all know DeMar DeRozan is terrible when playing D. LaVine tearing them up. Listen, LaVine has been the reason we've been in games since the All-Star break. Look, Zach LaVine is playing, man. That's just what it is. Zach LaVine is playing his ass off. Brandon L. just says, Rockets with 18 assists on 21 made baskets. Yeah, listen, they're sharing the ball out there. We need to get like that. How has the Bulls been trailing from this Rockets team? Wait, -3 is less than 2. Yeah, 3 is less than 2, but it's not even just that, because the Bulls made 8, they made 9 3-pointers. It's more than that. The Houston Rockets were just getting out in transition. They were playing well. Let's see if the Bulls can counteract that in the second half. Stacey King said Drummond looked like a bowling ball going coast to coast on that play. And he absolutely did. It's always something weird seeing somebody that big move like that, right? Houston running hot from 3. Part of it is DeMar defending the 3-point line like he's defending himself, but there's still no way Houston keeps up this accuracy. Well, here, I will say Negrin, is your name Negrin who? There's been other games where I've said that before too. And one thing with this Bulls team is we have been bad at defending the 3 all season. So while theoretically, I will say that you're correct in saying that the Houston Rockets can't keep it up, we've seen teams do this against the Chicago Bulls. So there's a little bit of concern in that area, but we'll see how it goes. And we've seen the Bulls kick it up and ratchet it up defensively for sure. Hopefully they can do that in this game and really change the outlook of it. I don't like that this is a close game. Bulls need to do better at staying in front of their man. Yeah, I mean, the defense hasn't, the point of attack defense hasn't been the best, and the Bulls haven't rotated on defense very well either. Man-to-man defense been okay, but, we got to do some things better for sure. Will has that switch to layup from Levine was actually spectacular. He's really a great player. We're lucky to have him regardless of how mid this team is right now. Oh, absolutely. Zach LaVine, when he's rocking and rolling offensively, just reminds you that there's only a few players in the league that are exciting and versatile as what Zach LaVine is offensively when he's going and being efficient. Zach is a baller, bro. Also, I would love Sengun over here, bro. Who you telling? There are two, Denny from the Wizards and Sengun, and also Franz Wagner. I would love any of those players on the team. I would, honestly. Those are some of my favorite players, man. Pat Bev scrapping for the ball and knocking down the threes the way the whole team needs to play. Yeah, that's easy to say, but it ain't going to happen. But I agree with you, right? That scrappiness, it gets you extra possession, it gets you buckets. My stuff is so messed up tonight as the Bulls stream is 30 minutes late and keeps stopping and starting. The Rocket stream doesn't work at all in frustrating first half, but glad to be wrong about Zach. Hey, man, listen, Tony said that we weren't going to have a big game from Zach because we weren't going to need it. And that let me know that we were absolutely going to need it. So, yeah, no worries, bro. The predictions, it is what it is, man. Alberto said, watching Emar leaving a man wide open on every play be stressing me out. Emar E. Rosen. Emar Arnell E. Rosen. Because, listen, the man plays no D. Pat Will's hands are terrible. He can't catch water while standing in the ocean. Bro, that's not. Like, you're overreacting to one play. Like, yes, he did that. It wasn't the best pass either, but yeah, he fucked up on that. He messed up on that one. The whole NBA shoot nothing but threes. Just guard the three, make them come inside where our strength is at. They will struggle. I don't know. They're still scoring in the point pretty well as also. Like, let's not act like we're getting killed solely by threes. Technically, it's simple. I've said before, it's simple math. The Bulls get killed by simple math. It's not that today. The Bulls have made 8 3-pointers. The Houston Rockets have made 9. So, I mean, I guess you could say the Bulls would be up if that was different, but, like, it's more than that. The way that the Houston Rockets are also scoring in the paint is definitely hurting us as well. El Sampler Pod in the building. My little brother's over there. I'm here, lay the game, and the Bulls are lucky. The Rockets are not a very good team. We'd be losing by 30 against the Bucks. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can't play this way against a team like the Bucks. Like to see Kobe's 3 start dropping. Everything else has been doing good. Need Kobe to score. Yeah, I mean, Kobe being a consistent scorer would literally make him a completely different player. MC Season in the building says, what's good, Haize? It's your boy Ringo in the building. First of all, that's funny. Why'd you change your picture to Ringo's picture? I don't know what that is. Why does it always seem like everyone have a hard time playing these young guys? Hey, that's the Bulls team, man. We have a hard time keeping the energy up. And when you play young teams that just do not let down energy-wise, you're going to run into some troubles, and that's what the Bulls are doing right now. They're running into some big troubles. Let's hope that they fix it. Let's hope that they correct it, and they make the necessary changes to get back in this game. I'm here at the game, and the Bulls are lucky that the Rockets are not very good. If this was against the Bucks, we'd be losing. But you just said that, bro. But you're at the game. Well, shout out to you for being at the game, Brody. EJ, we don't play the Bucks that bad. We do play the Bucks pretty tough. At least we have this season. Matthew says, is it me? But I've noticed that Zach misses so many technical free throws. I can't say that I've paid attention to that, so I can't say that you're wrong. Bulls interior defense does not cause a struggle. Stop it. What? Who said that? Why can't the Bulls make free throws? They've been terrible since the break. Your guess is as good as mine, brother. Maybe Tony Bradley, as his parting gift, gave all the Bulls players a forever bucket of popcorn, and they have butter on their hands and they can't hold on to the ball to shoot free throws. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure Tony Bradley did a curse. Easily will win this game if we hold them to under 50 this half. I wouldn't say that's necessarily easy, but hey, we was getting on Ringo earlier for his wave check. Oh, Ringo did a wave check? That's hilarious, man. Ringo's a good dude, though, man. I like Ringo. Why is that playing? Oh, we just gonna stop that. But on their hands, listen, I don't know what it is, man. Hoopflix just dropped a vid on DeMar. Need DeMar to start throwing up gang signs after that's funny. This game will be won at the defensive end. In fact, the defensive identity will be required for a shot at the play-in. Lester, first of all, that profile pic is rough, bro. Like you just like it like you just entice so many people to remember their granddaddy staring at them from across the room like I'm about to beat that ass. That's a rough profile pic there, brother. But yeah, we need to be locked in defensively. Absolutely need to be locked in defensively. That's every game for the rest of the season. Would Harden be a good pickup next year? For the regular season, the playoffs, hell no. Playoffs? Nah, man. Come on. I really hope Vucevic is one we keep this offseason. A legit all-star caliber center that isn't really replaceable. Talked about that heavily. Definitely talked about that heavily. If the Bulls don't make the playoffs and the Bulls win the first pick of the NBA draft, I think they should go after Scoot. Bulls point guard have been revolving door a decade now since D Rose. Well, keep in mind, we had our point guard, but he got hurt, right? So it's not like we haven't tried. I mean, I don't think you can pass up Wembanyama, though. I think if the Bulls get the number one overall pick, you cannot pass up just the concept of Wembanyama being a unicorn. Is he going to live up to those expectations? We'll see, but I don't know. Man. Hovind says, Joe Cowley is a clown. He's always hating on Levine, but never says anything about DeMar. Joe Cowley is an idiot. Let's be clear here. Joe Cowley is a hack. He's an idiot. He's an old ornery bastard, and he's one of the type of people that is old media, and he has a chip on the shoulder because of podcasts, YouTubers, shit like that. He had a tweet one day where he was like, we hunt and we kill. And I literally started to pull a picture of him from this podcast he did. Like, does this look like a man that hunts anything? The only thing he's hunting is hepatitis. Like, that's it. Joe Cowley is a hack, bro. Will the Bulls re-sign Pat this offseason? Pat Bev, I mean, there's a high probability of that. I do think there's a high chance that we bring back Pat Bev, but that means that we, Caruso, Io, Kobe, one of those guys are going to have to go. You're great at your job, bro. I love your coverage of the Bulls and watch almost all your vids and streams, but don't comment a lot. Just want to say I appreciate what you do, and you are the man. I appreciate that, Will. I appreciate that, bro. That means the world. Back to basketball. What have the Bulls been doing that's been working for them so far this game? Zach LaVine scoring. That's it. That's literally it. Shout out to Haize for his beef with Joe last year. Haize, you ethered this dumb. Bro, and it's so funny. Like, I can't even, it wasn't even something that anybody was like, I retweeted something he said, and I pointed out a stat, and he was like, oh, whoever took over Locked On Bulls is this. And I was just like, all right, bet. You don't know who you just got into it with, because I'm about to get in. I'm about to get in. So, and I completely ate him up, bro. Like, it was one of my best Twitter interactions as far as ethering somebody who's in the media. Like, I killed his ass. So we're not going to talk about Haize flame spraying Joe Cowley on Twitter last year. Completely murdered Joe Cowley on Twitter. Completely murdered Joe Cowley on Twitter last year. Not my proudest moment, but I did what I had to do. That's all I'm going to say. I took care of what needed to be taken care of. That is what it is, man. All right, y'all. Game's coming back on. I love you guys. I will see you guys back here post-game. Make sure you guys are locked in, man. Peace, y'all.